So today we are going to learn how to use Autotune. I hope you are watching this and I hope you are supporting the videos because you have to, man. We gotta grow.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. In my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you, and I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you. Seng bonung at your hamba now. Imagine it, impilo yami akapa zipelile. Without you there's no one above you, my lady. Without you there's no one above.
Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy Maybe back in the building with another tutorial. We are back, we are here to baptize people, the congregation. I hope you are here, I hope you are watching this, and I hope you are supporting the videos because you have to, man. We gotta grow. So today we are going to learn how to use Autotune. There are a lot of layers to Autotune, especially the new versions like the Autotune 9. Because I know it has a couple of not versions per se, but it has some layers to it, right? It has a couple of different features. It's one program. Well, it's multiple programs within a program, right? It's titled the Autotune 9. But within that you have the Autotune EFX, you have the Autotune Artist, you have the Autotune Pro, I believe, and the Auto Key, right? But today we're just going to focus on the Autotune Artist and the Auto Key because I use them together. So let's get down to it. Let's make music. Thank you. So the first thing that I'm gonna play you the vocal clean without any effects and all of that, né? And then yeah, we will move from there.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. In my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you, and I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you. Seng bonung at your hamba now. Imagine it, impilo yami akapa zipelile. Without you there's no one above you, my lady. Without you there's no one above you, my lady.
Yes, that's studio for you. So as you can hear, the boy can sing, right? So I didn't really have to do much to it as far as the Autotune is concerned. To be honest, the Autotune just used it to like polish up some notes and some keys, but otherwise the boy is on point. Like he hits the notes right? And yeah. So I'm gonna show you what I did to it with effects, how it sounds with the effects, specifically with and without the Autotune. Eh? Let's go.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. In my eyes ask you, I'll deprive. If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. In my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you, and I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you. Seng bonung at your hamba now. Imagine it, impilo yami akapa.
So that's how it sounds with the effects except the Autotune. So now I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna show you what I did with the Autotune, and then we'll walk from there. Alrighty then. And I'm sorry for the crackling sound. It seems like my PC is taking a strain. And I haven't had this problem for a while. Yes, when you solve one problem, another one comes. But that's the gist of it, right? Just gotta do it. Eventually, we'll get where we wanna get, my people. Let's go.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. In my eyes. If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. In my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you.
Yeah. So let's get into it, and I'll show you how to tune your vocals. Now, when I use my Autotune, I use it side by side with the Auto Key, the Autotune Auto Key. So basically there's nothing fancy about the Autotune Auto Key, right? Let me just show you this. There's nothing fancy about it. All it does basically is it just, let me get the auto key. As I told you, like you see, you have the Autotune Pro, Autotune EFX, Autotune Artist, and all of those. So specifically on this one, I'm using the Autotune. Is it Artist? No, I think it's Pro. I think I'm using the Autotune Pro. Okay, so by default, it's going to be on C minor. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to turn the Autotune on.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. If my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck with you. And I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck with you.
Right. So now, as you can see, what the Autotune does, right? You just play the vocal, and then it's gonna listen to the vocal, and then as you can see, the first thing it's gonna do, it's gonna.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you.
So it's gonna track your it's gonna track your notes basically within the vocal. It's gonna track the vocal notes, and then it's gonna tell you what scale it falls under. Right? Once it tells you what scale it falls under, you can just click. Once it reads it and it gets all the data it needs for that, you can just click send to Autotune, and then it's gonna send what it listened to your Autotune, right? And that just makes your life easier. But now you need to understand something, right? As much as we are in the world of automation, understand that you always need to come and fine tune manually, right? Because it can sometimes not be precise, as far as knowing what notes to hit. It hits a lot of the notes, but it won't hit all of them. That's a fact, right? Now, what it's going to do, it's going to give you a ballpark result, right? So you're going to always have to go back into the Autotune and manually fine tune some things. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how the Autotune works. So the reason I don't want to click send to Autotune, because I fine tune some of the stuff in the Autotune manually, and I don't want to mess everything up, right? So I just wanted to show you how the auto key works. Once you select auto key and you listen to the vocal, just click send to Autotune. It's going to give you the basis of what to work on, right? It's going to give you the basis of what to work on. Sometimes it's going to give you a minor scale, whereas you need a major scale in your vocal. So always be mindful of that. When you are going to the Autotune, always, if you feel like it's not hitting the right notes, try moving between the minor scale and the major scale, just to see if, but within the same note, right? If it's C sharp minor and it's not hitting the right notes, try C sharp major and see if it cannot hit the right notes. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Autotune. Let me open up Autotune. So here's Autotune Artist, right? And as you can see, it gave me a C minor scale, a C sharp minor, right, scale, whereas the actual thing on that, it's the G sharp minor scale, right? So hence I say you always need to go back to it and make sure that it hits the right note, right? If it doesn't, just manually work on it. The nice thing about it, it's going to give you a ballpark range of what you need to work around, right? It's not like starting from the beginning, more especially if you don't have like the experience of using Autotunes and knowing how to tune vocals and all of that, right? So now let me explain to you, right? So now let me explain to you what these parameters mean, right? You have your retune speed, right? Retune speed basically it controls how fast your Autotune hits, right? It controls how fast your Autotune hits. The smaller the retune speed, right? The smaller the retune speed number, the more audible the Autotune is going to be, right? I'm going to make an example for you. Let me turn on the Autotune.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. If my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck with you, and I'm stuck.
Now, as you can hear that, you can clearly hear without a doubt that I have Autotune on the vocal, right? Whereas if I was to turn it down, say bring it to like 40, 41.
With you, I'm stuck with you.
See?
Sengbona ungathi ngiyohamba nawe emathuneni impilo yami yaqhaphaza iphelile.
Right, you can hear that. That's what the retune speed does, right? And then you have the flex tune just below the retune speed. The flex tune basically, it does almost the same thing as the retune speed as far as I've learned, as far as I've noticed. Because what happens is, even when I have my retune speed at the lowest number, which is 0, right? You'll see what happens when I crank up the flex tune.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. If my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with.
So it almost as if it's almost as if it decreases the audibility of the auto-tune. Basically, it's almost as if it's bringing down the retune speed. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think you had what I'm talking about, right? So I'm not exactly sure as to what the depths of this flex tune thing are, right? So I hardly ever use it. I don't use it, actually. Let me not say hardly. I don't use the flex tune. I normally use what I'm used to from the old versions of Autotune, you know, the retune speed, the humanize, natural vibrato, and things like that, right? So now you have the retune speed, you have the flex tune. I explained that. So next you are going to have your humanize, right? So basically what the humanize does is that it brings that organic sound to your vocal, right? So that it doesn't sound too robotic. Let me make an example.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. If my eyes ask you, I'll deprive for the truth. Cause I'm stuck with you, I'm stuck with you.
So it kind of takes down the robotic effect in it so that it doesn't sound too robotic, right? And what it doesn't, I know when I say that, to some people it might sound like, wait, doesn't it do the same thing as the retune speed on the flex tune? No, it doesn't. Because the retune speed and the flex tune are extreme, right? As far as bringing the organic sound back. The higher the number of the retune speed, the lower the audibility of the auto-tune. The sound, the voice is going to be more organic. That's because it is actually organic, because you are taking down the auto-tune, right? Now, with the humanize, you still have the auto-tune, the same amount of auto-tune within the vocal, but now you're just bringing down the robotic effect in it. You're trying to give it a bit more human, like a bit more natural vocal sound, right? It's not very strong from what I've observed, but it does the job. It gets the job done, right? Because hence I say it's not the same thing as the flex tune and the retune, because if you are looking to decrease your auto-tune amount, just work around the retune speed and the flex tune. Otherwise, for the humanize, it's when you want to polish up the natural sound of the vocal. You want to keep it. You want to preserve it, right? So now, what else? These are what you need to get an auto-tune effect. Other than them, you have your input type. So your input type, you're going to have soprano, you'll have alto or tenor, and then you'll have low male, and then you'll have instrument and bass instrument. Now, what I do with these are the only ones that I work around. I've never used the instrument, and I've never used the bass instrument. I just use the low male for people with with deep voices, and then I use alto or tenor for voices within that range. Like, as you can hear, Studios voices somewhere around that range. At some point I used to use soprano on Studios vocals, but I started not liking it because it was giving it a bit too much, like it was making it too sharp. It was making the auto-tune too sharp, so I didn't like that. So hence I started using tenor, because I felt it was a bit more friendly on his voice. So it just depends on what you feel like your voice needs, or what you think your voice range is. You know what I mean? Because there's a very thin line between vocal ranges. Just a single number will differentiate the low end to the high end to the mid end. You know what I mean? So it's all up to you what you think works for your vocal as far as the auto-tune is concerned in this specific part, right? And then next you have your key, which is the key that your voice is in. Right now, what I noticed is that most of the time, whatever key your beat is in is the key that your vocal will be in automatically, right? Whether you are a singer or not, when you are off key, you know, throughout different beats and different genres, when you are singing to a beat or to a song, when you're off key, you can hear that you are off key. That then tells you that automatically your brain tries to bring you to that point. You know what I mean? You try and catch up to that key. So even if it's not an experienced singer who's singing to the song, almost always you will find that their key, the vocal key is within the range of the key of your beat. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'll have that. Now next, what you're gonna have is the scale. With the scale, what you will basically do is, I think a scale is straightforward. You have your minor, your major, your chromatics, and all of those. You know what I mean? There are a shit ton of scales here. So it's all up to you what you think works for the vocal as far as the scale is concerned. You know what I mean? And you can keep track of the vocal keys.
If I'm stuck with you, I'd rather die with you. If my eyes ask you, all deep.
That's that basically for the auto-tune. That's that for the auto-tune. The most important part is being careful with your retune speed and your humanize. These 4 parameters are where you should be more concerned about. And those other 3 next to each other. Alto, tenor, input type, key or scale. Right? I won't go into the advanced thingy because I'm just doing a basic tutorial on auto-tuning your vocals, right? And I know a lot of people are going to be asking me, but then why didn't you just explain everything about the... No, this is not a vocal mix tutorial. If you want me to show you how to mix vocals, let me know and I'll show you in the future. But with this one specifically, I just wanted to show you how to auto-tune your vocals, because I know a lot of people like to auto-tune vocals. So if my tutorial helped you, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and help the channel grow. Né? So I'm just going to play you the entire thing one more time and then I'm going to be out. Thank you for watching the video. I hope I taught you something new. If I did, let me know. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and let's grow. Let's grow, Buffett. Let's grow. So I'm going to play you the song now, ne?
Me and my nigga, we pull up the zone. We never had a couple diamonds. We living like we godless. Inside of me, nigga, hopeless. Deep inside of me, I'm holy. If I'm breaking up, nigga, show me. Stop acting like you know me. These niggas are fake, they getting some favor by doing them wrecks. I pull up the game, I show up my name. See me, call me, act, you can't move the nigga. That's a fucking stupid, yeah. I'm winning the jeans, that's why I'm legit. I'd rather stuck on the deal than to stuck on the beat. Nigga, I'm a king, that's why they call me a G.